Guys, I've got a new build coming up, and this one may be a little bit familiar. You guys know the Superlite. This truck right here has been quite the truck for me. It's obviously lightweight. You know, there's nothing here that doesn't need to be here. And every time I think I one-up this truck with my builds, Optimus 3, Mjolnir, you know, Creep 6, I drive that and I realize I just haven't done it yet. So I'm going to try to legit build a one-up on the Superlite. At the USTE, I had the Superlite on the table. This guy came up. I'm sorry I forget your name, but you do say you watch the videos a lot. He said he saw my Superlite build, and he said that he could do it better. Well, he did. His was just barely over 3 pounds ready to go. So I'm thinking I need to try to match that at least. But I'm going to do it with these parts right here. It's another SCX-10-2 builder's kit. I'm going to use SCX-10-3 beadlock wheels, plastic. Tires, Proline Krawler, Predator compound. When you build really light, this is the tire that I found that actually hooks up the best. The compound works. It seems to be soft and all that. Tell you what, I'll show you guys all this on the table and maybe talk a little bit more into detail for the plans for the build. Take a look. So let's look at the Superlite up close. Got the carbon frame. I'm using the same carbon frame on the next build as this one. Got a Puller 400 13-turn motor. 3-gear transmission. This transmission actually still has the plastic gears in it. So yeah, it's I've never actually stripped the plastic gears. It's got the stock plastic drive shafts, wild bore 8s, stock links, 1080 ESC. It's got servo on axle mount. So I like that because I didn't have to deal with any panhard bar or any of that. I could just simply 4-link it and be done with it. Stock plastic shocks. Those are actually Tamiya CC01 springs on the front and on the back. As far as making things light, I even cut the reservoirs off the shocks. Trimmed down the side plates because you got to do all that to make the creep body work. Cut the gear cover loose on it, you know. Now, the DSM was something I added a little bit later. But the wheels, that's why it's kind of heavy. These wheels add 1 pound to it. It's about 4 pounds 10 ounces as it sits. With the plastic wheels on it, it was 3 pounds 10 ounces. So yeah, it's certainly it's just awesome. And like I said, every time I think I outbuild it, build something new, I drive this and I just haven't done it yet. 3D printed bumper that actually survives. The foams are actually Boom Racing 2-stage foams. So they're super soft, and when you build lightweight, you can't go stiff on the foams at all. You gotta let that tire work. So let's go ahead and look at the new stuff. So obviously, we've got the 10-2 builder's kit. This is what that one was. Obviously, it comes with a gray transmission. Well, I don't want the gray transmission because I've got another 3-gear right here. Now, this is actually out of the SMT10. So if you're hunting a 3-gear transmission, the SMT10 is actually where to get it. So yeah, that's pretty darn good there. Here are the 10-3 wheels. Lightweight. Hopefully there's enough beef on the back side. With a vehicle really light, you know, you don't need a lot of everything else to keep it alive. Now, this is a little bit different version. This is a servo on axle mount for the 10-2. Here we have a Holmes revolver Snubnose 1400 kV motor. So yeah, we're going to try brushless on this one. This should be lighter than the motor that's in SV1. So, and to control that, I've got this little guy right here. Yeah, this is another one of those prototype quiet ESCs. And this is a whole lot lighter than the 1080. A lot lighter. Now, as far as the tires go, you know, definitely going back with the Predator Krawlers, just because I found that these work so good when it comes to a lightweight vehicle. And you guys can see I've got some Krawler Innovations Little Nova foams. Only got one set. These are the 4.25 standard inner with soft outer. So yeah, these are only going in the front. Now, I know you guys are like, well, you're supposed to stiffen the back up for the climbs. Well, it's not all about climbing. We side hill, we drop down stuff, we drive up stuff. So there's a little bit of everything here. Why these foams are kind of yellow and green, I don't know, but they are what they are. So we've already looked at the tires. Now, I do have some brass knuckles right here from Treal. So, I've got these. I don't know if I'm going to actually use them, but if I keep the rest of the truck as light as possible, if the truck is really, really light, these right here will make a massive difference. I'm trying to get, I don't have any vehicle that actually have the 60-40 weight split, so I'm going to try to get that with Superlite V2. And those right there, if everything is super light, well, guess what? It's going to be awesome. Now, this is going to add some weight. I've got a Vanquish Dig Unit right here to go on that transmission. I'm going to redo the servo mount right here so I can use a Micro 99 by Reefs. So this is going to add some chassis weight, but I believe it will add a lot of versatility to the actual vehicle itself, being able to dig. And our classes are going to be fully legal on dig here soon anyway. So yeah, I want the advantage of that, and that is going to add some weight in the chassis, unfortunately. So I've got some DSM stuff right here. Not exactly sure what's going to be used where, but I've got it and it will be used for tuning. I don't want to have to try to come up with more CC01 springs. I want to use the stock springs, and what I found by using these is I can use these with the stock springs, and the springs will be pushing, these will be pulling, and it'll hold everything where it needs to be. Seems to work out pretty darn good, so we'll definitely be doing some tuning with these right here from DSM. I ordered these right here. These are D-Links, Delrin Links, I believe. I guess it's just D-Links on them. I got these from A-Main. I don't know what all I'm going to use out of these, but I've got them just because I haven't used them before. Basically, I'm going to put all the stock links together and I'll weigh them. Whichever set is lighter is the ones I'll use. The stock links, the aluminum links that come on in the kit there, are actually pretty darn light. They are not the heavy monster links like the Capper, which has steel links, which are actually pretty darn nice as well. They're just nice in a different way. And here's the chassis right here. So it's the same exact chassis that I've been using on the Superlite. It's proven to be durable. It's proven to be tough. I've had all kinds of chassis hits on it. And it's cheap. I think it's about $17, anywhere from $15 to $17. So super cheap. I was looking at other frames out there, but they look just like this for what I want to do, but they're 3 times the cost. I'm like, well, you know what? I'll just go right back with these since I know that they work. Now, you guys are probably asking about the body. Well, let's take a look at that. The body that I'm going to be using for it is the J Concepts F250 tucked body. See how the body is tapered right up in the front and in the back. It's kind of like a dovetail. Now, I've actually compared this next to the, get this other body over here. And even though it looks a lot bigger, and in some ways it is, it's really not much. It's about the same when it comes to the front, and as far as the back of it goes, it's actually tighter. So this body right here, when I get it fully trimmed out, right now it's a touch lighter than the creep body that's on the Superlite right now as it sits, and I haven't even finished the trim job on this. When I'm done, the fender wells are probably going to be trimmed a lot higher, you know. So yeah, this right here definitely got to have some more trimming. That is going to be awesome. Absolutely. Just so you know, it does come with all your stickers and all that. It is a Ford, so, well, we'll just have to see how it actually turns out. As far as the paint job on it goes, I'm thinking a little bit of yellow and black, kind of like a bumblebee or something. I'm not sure. Batteries, they may be these from Ovonic right here. It may be a different brand, I'm not sure, but they're going to be around the 500 milliamp, and I'm going to stay with the JST, which actually powers the entire truck. Now, as far as more electronics goes, it's going to get a hacked FlySky GT3C radio, which I run that in a lot of things, and I'll be able to decase the receiver to save a little bit of weight there. As far as servos go, it's still on the way, and I'm going to be using the Reefs 422 HD V2 servo. That's the servo that I'm going to be using in Superlite V2. If you look at Superlite V1 here, the whole time I've had nothing but a 35 kg servo from Amazon. So, I mean, the vehicle doesn't weigh a whole lot, so it doesn't need a whole lot. Well, I figure if I'm going to do a V2, I may as well one up everything all the way through it. Go ahead and get a little bit stronger servo. Yeah, now obviously we've got the DSM on here. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to put a DSM on the new one. I may just go with a hook up here and use, say, this right here. Just have it portable, just put it on there and go with it when I need it, versus the weight of this. Now this doesn't weigh a whole lot at all. It really doesn't. But it is chassis weight, and I need to get rid of everything because this is going to add a pretty good bit. Yeah. Now, I also want to show you guys, I saw something. I have to take this apart here. Let me open this up and take a look at this. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Look at that. That's a lot more precise of an engagement and disengagement for a dig. The capper only has 4, or there's only 2 positions that you can actually get the capper to lock in and disengage of. So this right here has got 3. And I say 3, it could be like 6, you know, something like that. But anyway, that's going to be a lot more precise of a dig unit than what, say, is on the Capra. So guys, that's my first build of 2021. I'm going to try to make this as bolt-on as possible. I do have some carbon round stock that I can actually drill and tap, maybe for some chassis cross members if I need it. Maybe even some top links if I need it. It's kind of one of them things I want to test out a little bit. I'm trying to make it all bolt on as much as I can, but sometimes you just got to leave where you can buy it and bolt it on kind of thing. You know, you got to just build it yourself. And I may have to do some of that for this one. As far as the build series goes, I don't know how many parts it's going to be. I'm pretty much going to go ahead and get this built and then put the chassis on it and probably start the build from there, because there's no need to really string this out because I've already built this one. I already really have a game plan for what I want. So, you know, like with some of these builds, I just go into them. I don't really have a game plan other than an idea. So while I'm working through the ideas, you guys generally follow along. In that description, since I really have a game plan for this, I'm going to put a link to everything I just showed you guys, just in case you guys want to build the same thing. We also have a Facebook group, an Exocaged RC group. I'll put a link to that down below. If you answer all 3 questions, you get right in. Simple as that. If you don't, then I get to look at your profile. Put an RC car on there. Boom. Instant end. But anyway, guys, in the Facebook group, I'm also going to put the same list of all the parts and pieces that I hope I can just simply bolt on. As far as that quiet ESC goes, well, they're not really out yet. They're still prototypes. But anyway, guys, in that description are those links like I just told you about. So check that out. And guys, this could be a good build. Maybe I'll be able to build past Superlite. It's going to be tough. So guys, check that description. Use those links. Make sure you're subscribed. And thank you all for watching.
If you like what you see, hit that like button and subscribe. And if you really like it, ring that bell so you get all the new content when it comes on out. Now, starting up very soon, I'm going to start a giveaway for all channel members, and it is going to be monthly. It will be a giveaway, simple, easy payment way to double your return on your subscription fees. So yeah, you might want to check that out. Guys, thank you all for watching.